Hey guys, so in this little yoga session, I'm going to take you through a faster flow just to kind of warm you up and get you going for the day, or if you want to make it a little bit of a workout, then do. Obviously take pause and just be mindful of any injuries that you have, but we're going to get started straight away. So we're going to stand at, if you have a mat, the top of your mat, or just in the top of your space that you have in your room. And just relax the shoulders, make sure your feet are hip width and parallel. Just push through all four corners of your feet. So by that I mean your little toe, big toe, and either side of your heel. And just find that place where you are completely neutral, completely in the center. Roll the shoulders back and down, lift tall through the crown of the head, just growing through your spine a little bit, and take 3 big deep breaths. So trying to bring the awareness to your body, anchoring your mind, your thoughts to your body with your breath. Taking a big breath in and a big breath out. And again, a big breath in, just trying to find a little bit of that mental clarity, and a big breath out. Big breath in and a big breath out. If you have your eyes closed, reopen them, take the arms up and above the head, and holding onto your right wrist with your left hand, just pull the right arm all the way over to the left side, reaching as far as you can, a big stretch through the right side body. And then come back to center, reach and grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand, and just again, pull that left arm over to the right side, stretching through the left side body. And then come back to center, interlace through the fingers, push the hands down past the glutes, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open through your chest, maybe unclench your jaw, slightly open the mouth and relax your back teeth. And then soften through those knees, keeping the fingers interlaced. We're just going to fold forwards, drawing the head down towards the floor and feeling quite a big pull potentially in the front of your shoulders, those anterior deltoids, and maybe just a slight pull in the hamstrings, but keep soft and bent through the knees. And release those hands, bring your arms all the way down to the floor. And if your fingers just float across or above the floor, it doesn't matter. Bend the knees until your fingertips can reach the floor, and let your head hang heavy and your neck long respectively. Take an inhale, bring your hands onto your shins, and without locking your knees, straighten your legs, look forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together and find a flat back. As we exhale, we take the palms flat to the floor, and we're going to step back with our right leg and our left leg and come into a plank pose. For the first one, we're going to lower the knees down to the floor and untuck the toes, and then we're going to roll the shoulders back and down, look forwards, pull the belly in, engage through the core, bend the elbows, keep them tight in towards the ribs, and lower our chin and our chest down towards the floor, drop the hips and the thighs to the mat, lift up on an inhale and find yourself in baby cobra or potentially a supported upward facing dog, relaxing the shoulders, squeezing the glutes a little bit if you feel any impingement in the lower back. Tuck the toes under, bend the knees, stretching through the plantar fascia in the feet. We push it back into a variation of a child's pose, taking the forehead down towards the floor. And then keeping the toes tucked under, we lift through those hips and we push into down dog. Now if your hamstrings are really tight, keep your knees bent as I'm demonstrating and try and push the weight backwards. You want your feet to be hip width and parallel, the tailbone to be as high as you can. You're pushing down through the heels of your hands and knuckles and also the fingertips, maybe slightly kind of grabbing onto the floor. If you can, just making sure the weight is equally distributed. And then lifting as high as you can, pushing the heels down towards the mat and keeping a lovely straight back. Trying not to round through the shoulders, so bend the knees if you need to and push the weight back with the chest onto the thighs. We then walk both of our feet all the way forwards, coming back into a forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, bring the hands onto the shins, look forwards, find a flat back. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Just be mindful of any head rush and the arms all the way up towards the sky. And again, we fold back forwards, taking the hands back down towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, hands come onto your shins. We look forwards, find a flat back. So imagine you've got a pencil in between your shoulder blades. You're trying to keep it in place, so you want to engage through your lats. Take the palms back down towards the floor. If you're feeling energetic, jump back or step back into a plank pose. Push back through the heels. Engage through those lower abdominal muscles. Lower the knees down to the floor if you wish to. We bend the elbows and we hover down to the floor. Inhale, we lift into either a baby cobra or an upward facing dog, rolling the shoulders back and down. And then bend your knees, tuck your toes under, and push back into a variation of your child's pose. Again, stretching out through the feet and through the lower back. Push all the way up onto all fours, tuck the toes under if they're not already, and lift into downward facing dog. Again, bending the knees if you need to. This time we're going to maneuver our right foot in between your hands. And if that means you need to grab hold of your right foot and kind of wiggle and maneuver it all the way up in between the hands, then do so. But try and keep your left knee up and off the floor. So you're in this really deep low lunge. Come up onto your fingertips, lift the chest and maybe starting to feel it in the back of the right hamstring. Maybe the knees are bent ever so slightly if you need. See if you can open through the front of the body. Breathing in and breathing out. And take the left palm flat to the floor. We're going to wiggle the right foot out to the outside of your right hand. Lower the left knee down to the floor, untuck the toes, and then again, just drop the hips down, feeling a different stretch through the hips. Roll the shoulders back and look forward. Breathing in and breathing out. You then send that right leg all the way back onto all fours, tuck the toes under, lift the hips nice and high, come back into down dog. And then again, maneuvering the left side this time, all the way up and in between the hands. Maneuver the foot with the hands if you need to. Push back through the right heel, creating length and strength through the back of that right leg. Come onto the fingertips, look forward and open through the chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Then lower the right knee down to the floor, untuck the right toes, heel toe that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Again, come back onto the fingertips, opening the hips even more, lift the chest and look forwards. Breathing in, trying to drop the hips down rather than too much further forwards, and so that the knee stays over the ankle and doesn't track too far over the toes. Then take the palms back flat to the floor, tuck the right toes under. We're going to take the left foot to the back. Again, come into plank pose, lower the knees to the floor if you wish to. Bend the elbows and hover to the mat. Inhale either into that little baby cobra or lift up into a supported upward facing dog. And this time come all the way back into child's pose, letting your chest just hang heavy on your thighs. The head turns to one side, the hands come either side of your feet, and the shoulders completely relax. Maybe even close the eyes and hold here for a breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Bring the palms back down to the floor. Walking your arms out in front of you, lift through the hips, come back into downward facing dog. We're going to lift the right leg up towards the sky. Bend the right knee and bring the right foot forwards, place it in between the hands. You have the option to lower the left knee to the floor if you wish to, but if you can, keep the left knee up and off, push back strong through the left heel, and find a high lunge, lifting the fingertips up to the sky. The right knee is still over the right ankle. And send the right arm forward, the left arm back, and come into a warrior two. So in a warrior two, you want your right heel to go in a straight line all the way back into your left arch, with the left heel the furthest thing away from you. Your tailbone tucked under, the right knee is bent over your right ankle, your arms are long, your shoulders are relaxed, and we're looking over the right fingertips. And again, try and relax the jaw and the face. Breathing in and breathing out. Flip the right palm. Send the right arm forward as if you're trying to draw the arm as far forward as possible. The left hand comes down the left thigh, and we send the right arm up and over the head, and just find a reverse warrior, stretching all the way down the right side body. Windmill the hands all the way down to frame that front right foot. Roll onto the ball of the left foot, take the right foot to the back. Lower the knees to the floor if you wish to, or keep yourself in plank. Bend the elbows and hover down. Inhaling, upward facing dog, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back and down, tuck the toes under, exhale, down dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Left leg lifts. Bend the left knee, bring the left foot forwards, place it in between your hands. Again, maneuvering the foot if you need to. You do have that option to drop the right knee down to the floor, or see if you can stay up and lift it, pushing back through the right heel. Inhale, we find a high lunge. Roll the shoulders back and down, keep the left knee over the ankle, see if you can drop the hips down, push back strong through the right heel, lift the fingertips. As we exhale, we take the right heel down at the back, open the arms long, look over your left fingertips, relax the shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out. Big breath in and a big breath out. Flip the left palm, slide it forwards, reverse the warrior, take it all the way back, look past your left fingertips. And then come all the way back into warrior two. Windmill the hands all the way down to the floor to frame that front left foot. Roll onto the ball of your right foot, tip the left foot to the back, find yourself in plank pose. Lower the knees to the floor for a moment if you wish. And we hover down. Inhaling, upward facing dog, lift the chest. Exhaling, flying child's pose. Big breath here. Come all the way back up onto all fours. And then to finish off, we're going to roll onto our back. Find yourself in a lying position, just hug the knees in towards you. And just take a little rock here. Send the left leg out and away from you, pulling the right knee in towards you. And with the left hand to the outside of the right knee, you just send that right leg all the way over to the left-hand side, letting your right leg relax. Send the right arm all the way over to the right. Look past your outstretched right fingertips and hold for a deep breath. Breathing in and out. Gently rock all the way back to center. Straighten the right leg. We're going to pull the left leg up and in towards us, hugging the knee in. Take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Take the left arm out to the side. And then look past your left extended fingertips and send the left knee over to the right side. Big breath. Gently come back in. Hug both of the knees in towards you, taking a little rock from one side to the other. And then rolling over or through one side, come up to a seated cross-legged position on your mat. And we're going to finish with one big deep breath. So hands on your knees, take a big breath in through your nose. Relax the shoulders and let it go. So again, thank you for joining me. I hope your bodies are feeling a little bit more limber and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks, guys.